Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to episode 21 of You Don't Win Anything with Kids, which is my Football Manager 2014 career as Jeffries United. In the last episode, we were going to do the White Hawk match, but as we did with the Staines match, we ran out of time. So, got a special episode just for White Hawk. So let's get straight into it. The other thing that we did in the last episode, which I'm going to show you now, is we signed... Where is he? There he is. David Stevens has joined the club. And he's going to go straight in to make his debut at right centre-back. And we're going to have Cartwright at left centre-back. Where's Quintana? There he is. Is he in? Yep, he's fit. So he will be playing in goal. We will have Villa at right back. He's fit as a fiddle now. And Jones at left back, he's also fit, which is good. McGregor and Delamond in the midfield, like so. And then we're going to have, can't have Bobo because he's still injured, but we will have Carino down the right. We will of course have Beckhold down the left. We will have Johnston through the middle. And we will have Keith Wilson up front. Oh, actually, no. We will have Francois up front, because I've just seen his overall rating, and it's pretty good. And then on the bench, we'll have Geraint O'Brien. We will have Harry Osborne, who should probably be out fighting Spider-Man right now, but there he is. We will have Matthias Klotmus. We will have Shane Frederick. No, he won't. We will have Anthony Marshall. And we will have Andrew Drewson. So, we've got no sub-centre midfielders, but hopefully we won't have to use any centre midfield. Well, actually, yeah, I think we will. Let's bring Klotmus out. Yeah, let's bring Klotmus out, and we'll put Frederick on the bench. Because he can cover the whole of the midfield, basically. That hasn't already been covered. Right. Happy. Let's go to the match. White Hawk at home. They replaced their manager in the last episode. You might have seen it just at the end. So they could be having the new manager effect. They might not be. Players to look out for. Tom Cadmore's pretty good. Asafu let's try that again. Asafu Ajayi. Ajayi? I think that's how you pronounce his name. I apologise if he happens to be watching this episode, which I highly doubt he would be, but you never know. They got two goalkeepers on the bench. They've obviously got a shortage of players. They got a few key players to watch out for, actually. So yeah, enough chit-chat. Enough chit-chat. Let's go straight into it. Kick-off. We are 15 points clear at the top of the table. Which at this stage, we've only played 14 matches and we're 15 points clear, which means we're at least 5 wins ahead of everybody else, which is good. You know, can't complain with that, it's good. Right, is Quintana going to claim this one? No, David Stevens, we get to see him. I said this in the last episode, it's good that we've got some defensive cover, and, you know, I've seen David Stevens play football, I've seen him on FIFA. I know what he's good at and what he isn't good at. So, yeah, he was definitely a good signing. And even if he's the only signing I make this season, it'll be one that changes our season completely for the better. Alright, Carino, he pulls the ball back to Delamond, who made some good space there. He pulls it back to Johnston, who also made some good space. And boom! 1-0 Jeffries United. That's Johnston's 4th goal of the season. I will not be running a competition to name the other 3 teams he scored against, if there were 3 teams, of course. That's a really good finish from Johnston. Wrapped his foot around the ball, curled it around the defender, left the keeper both wrong-footed and unsighted. And that'll do me. I feel a bit sorry for White Hawk, actually, with all the turmoil that's gone on with the changing the manager and things like that, and then they come up against the league leaders in the very next game. If I was the board, I'd have actually waited one more match. Because, you know, the league leaders especially, You kind of want stability in place for that, even if you're not doing very well. But, you know, I'm not in charge of Whitehawk. That was a good header from Francois. Beckhold with the cross. Nice little combination play going on there. Delamond a bit slow in making the challenge there. Luckily it cut off, so it didn't cost us. McGregor with the corner. Francois went for the volley, but it was cut out. Even the bar at the bottom thought Francois surely. Sort of like a highlights reel now. There's not a lot going on. We've only had 2 shots on target out of the 6 we've had overall. We got McGregor with another corner. That's also going towards Francois, and it's in. But it's a Matt Lawrence own goal. It's not a Francois goal. You could say that Francois basically forced it in though, so credit to him for that. And I'm sure he'll try and claim it. I've also just noticed he's picked up an injury, so I think Drusen might get on earlier than expected at this rate. I'm not going to risk it, because the last thing I need to do, that I need to happen now is losing players. So, Drusen on, Francois off. Cut our losses on that one. Good clearance from Jones. Francois actually chasing that one down. He's got possession. He's looking for players coming up alongside him. He hasn't really got any. Carino. Now a smart man there would have switched that to the left hand side, but an even smarter man picked out Johnston, who really probably should have done better there. Stevens has just been done by Gargan, which you don't really want to see that on your debut. There you go, he's recovered well. Wow, commentator's curse I think there. He had recovered well. Quintana ends up having to make a save. Not really sure what happened there with Stevens. He looked to have won the ball and then suddenly he'd lost it again. Oh well, life goes on, doesn't it? We're still 2-0 up, still got a clean sheet. Drusen's just come on for Francois. Johnston's come very deep to get that ball actually. There's Drusen's first touch. Ball. Poor pass from him. Maybe Delamond could have been a bit more eager to get on the end of it, or maybe Drusen just could have hit it hard enough. I'd say a bit of both really. Johnston on the ball there. Out to Carino. Crosses it in. Drusen's volley. 3-0. Drusen's 5th goal of the season. Very good finish as well. Took a small deflection off the keeper, who tried to keep it out obviously, as goalkeepers do. Again, unlucky for the goalkeeper there. He sort of was in the right place, just didn't have a strong enough arm. Drusen get in front of his man as well. Maybe Thomas thought that the defender was going to get there and clear it. Drusen was the stronger man. I like that thing at the bottom of Huntington's feedback there. Cartwright's been dominant in the air, but so's Stevens. He's a very tall guy, Stevens, and again, defensive cover, that's exactly what he's been brought in to do. Keep the strikers at bay, and he's doing it perfectly so far. They've only had 2 shots, both have been on target. One of them was that chip shot. I don't know what the other one was because we didn't get to see it. But it looks like Quintana's dealt with both of them fairly confidently. Stevens has been caught out there though. That's another really good save from Quintana. Gargan definitely looks like the threat for Whitehawk. Might have to have a tactical word in the defender's ears about defending against him. We'll see about that at half time, to see how the situation is and how the land lies. That is half time. Jeffreys United couldn't have wished for a better half. I think he's right there. Opposition. Where is he? There he is. Gargan. Closing down always. Tackling hard. Player instructions. Yeah. Always tight marking. Always closing down. No, not easy. Hard. Tackling. Show onto weaker foot. Okay, second half. Let's do this. It's a big debate that I have in my mind with football matches is from kick-off, either from a... Well, mainly from if you've conceded a goal, I suppose it doesn't really count, but if you're starting the first half or if you're starting the second half, do you try and attack straight from kick-off? Or do you just try and pass the ball around a little bit and wait for an opening? Whenever I play FIFA, especially online against people, I tend to go for the early attack. Just to try and make the breakthrough early, because as the game goes on, I tend to get weaker and weaker, and my players obviously get more tired, and I'm not as threatening. But in the first minute of the match, you're at your peak, so really you want to be pushing from the start and trying to get that early goal, and then holding on to it, or adding to it in some cases. But yeah, it's an interesting debate. It'll be interesting to see what you guys think as well. Obviously, Jeffreys United, they like to build from the back. They seem to be playing it quite slowly at the moment. Interesting choice of pass there from Cartwright. I think Carrinho was lucky to win that header. He hasn't done a very good job with it there. Maybe Delamon could have provided an overlapping option, or maybe Carrinho could have just done his man. Stevens has been done again. That's becoming a bit worrying. He's tracked back sort of okay there though, but Whitehawk have scored, and it is that man Sam Gargan, the man who I told my players to tackle hard, and they didn't even tackle him at all there. So questions being raised there as to why he was not closed down. There's 4 players there who could have made a challenge. They've all let him go through. Quintaka's come out to the edge of his box thinking he's Superman, and it's just curved round him. Oh dear, there goes the clean sheet. And we were all over them as well. We've only had 1 more shot on target than them, but we've had 3 times as many shots. So I think I know where we need to improve. Delamon's picked up a small knock, so we'll bring Federic on. I'm glad I put Federic on the bench now, actually, for that reason alone. So Federic will now be playing the box-to-box role. Just gonna wait for that sub. There it is. And hopefully that's the only goal that Whitehawks score. Yeah, a lot of our players take knocks in this. Maybe it's because they don't do full-time training. Maybe it's because our physios aren't in all the time to look after them, and our fitness coaches. Hopefully next season they don't take as many knocks. They're not injured as often. But for this season it could end up costing us, and then there's obviously the long-term effects of if they're constantly getting injured. There's their long-term health. But hopefully that doesn't become a problem. If it does, then we'll have to we'll look at that again a bit further on. That is full time, and we've come away with a 3-1 win. It should have been 3-0, but defence fell asleep a little bit to allow Gargan through. Yeah, that's it for this episode really, guys. So time for the end of video spiel. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the red box below. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you for your continued support. And until next time, guys, I will see you soon.